Alright, so I've got my little backup TV going right now. And here's all what we've got to test out today. We've got this Xbox 360, these two. You can tell one of these is glossy, one of them isn't. I'm not sure what the difference is. Maybe it's the hard drives. I'll have to look into that. And I've got two copies of Wii Fit Plus. I guess I should mention this Wii Fit Plus and this balance board I bought on a separate trip, but never tested them. So today I'll get to test the game and the board, and then I've got two more boards, and then Wii Fit Plus and Wii Fit that I got today. So I've got the Wii plugged in. Now we just gotta load it all up. All right, first up, we've got the OG Wii Fit. I had to cycle through all these controllers to find one that worked, and now I don't even know where I put it down. All right, track down the controller. Looks like the disc works so far. Gotta have that safety strap on. I haven't done this in so long. Let's see, Wii balance board check. All right, so I need to put some batteries in one of these, and then I'll get back to it. So this first one doesn't have a battery cover. Click it, and it's blinking blue, so not really sure how to even do this. Oh, I guess there's a sync button, so let me see. It's been so long since I've done this. I think there's a button right here. All right, we got it hooked up. All right, I guess I gotta stand on him to test it. Wii balance board is functioning properly. I guess that's good enough, right? Maybe I need to try a game, open up the pit for this game. I guess we're about to go skiing. Probably makes sense, it's winter. You ready to go skiing? Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right, here we go. All right. Oh, I have this thing set up backwards. Huh? It's working. All right, that's good enough for me. All right, so this one works. I'll switch out the batteries and get the next one going. All right, so this one does have the battery cover on it. Oh, that's right, I need to take this off. Sync, let's see. Does this even turn on, first of all? Oh, see, did I put all the batteries in the right way? It sounds pretty crunchy. Oh, there we go. All right, so it looks like that's syncing. I don't know if you're supposed to hold that or just click it. Oh, there we go. Now we know to use it like this. All right. Oh, how offensive. Maybe I have to select a different character. I guess I should have checked the functionality from that first screen. All right, here we go. All right, well, it works. So far, we're 2 for 2. All right, so the third and final one also came with a battery cover. Let's see, turns on. Let's just hold that down. There we go. All right, so far so good. Now let's try the game again. See if we get that same error. Let's see, does this one not work? So it says it's working. See, maybe the game's just a little wonky. Might not like that I keep changing controllers or Wii boards. The dog's sleeping. Snoopy's recovering from surgery, so he's got his donut. All right. All right, let's see. Well, I would say this one works perfect. Awesome. 3. That's pretty solid. Now we just gotta try the 2 other Wii Fit Pluses. So let's pull out Wii Fit. Yeah, Wii Fit Plus going in. All right. So far, so good. Looks like this game works. Let's see what modes are on here real quick, because why not? Pet stats. So I guess you can put your pet on here. I don't know what's going on here. 2 different games they got on this one. It's the same ones. Oh, they have snowboard on this one. I gotta try that. Oh, push it with my foot. Oh, Nintendo. Always ahead of your generation. This is wonky. We know it works. Let's go ahead and try the other one. Don't mind all the dust on the TV stand. It's a little scratched up, but let's see. Hopefully it shouldn't be an issue. All right, that's a good sign. 2007 to 2009. I hear like snoring. It looks like it works. Once again, I'll start up a game at least just to make sure there's no issues. It says to turn it, although I ride Goofy, so I'm gonna turn it the other way. That makes a lot more sense, because that was almost impossible to play it the other way. And I still put it the wrong way. Well, whatever. We know it works. Awesome. 3 for 3 on the games and the boards, so that's pretty awesome. You can look at the price tag on each one, maybe. I think this one was $2. This one was $2. Got this board for $5, this one for $7, one for $5. So we should be able to sell each bundle for about $30. I'll clean them up and get these stickers off. All right, that's it for the Wii stuff. So now moving on to the Xbox 360s. We'll start with the OG first. It's a good sign. It's a great sign. Boom. All right, let's get this controller. Controller synced up. Guess we'll just pick this profile. All right, so pretty typical. We got the stuck disk drive. Camera down, see if I can't get it open. All right, so once I got it down on, put it down flat and I got the disk drive open, but then as you just saw, it ate it back up. Well, while I try to get that open, I'm gonna see if I can throw Black Ops in there. See if we can get started up. This thing's got a mind of its own, so I got the disc in there. Now it still thinks it's opening, so, oh, the button works now. Well, it's like we've got a bit of an issue with the disk drive, but that's not necessarily the end of the world. Let me go ahead and restart this. You can't detect that the disk drive is closed. It still says opening. Well, that's unfortunate. At least the console itself works, which means that some downloaded games, I'll probably end up taking it apart and see if I can't figure out what's going on with it, or see if it needs either a replacement disk drive or maybe just some parts in there need to be lubricated. Let's see if it has any games downloaded. It didn't have a hard drive on it, but it's also got the white disk drive, which I believe means that it didn't come with a hard drive, but it should have had a piece that goes there. So I highly doubt if it's got any games installed on it. This might need internet. Let's just go over to the storage. This thing is slow. Well, I don't know how long this screen's supposed to take, but I don't think it's supposed to take this long. See, it's still flashing, so it still thinks that this drive is either open or it's in the process of opening or closing. And you can hear it. I don't know if you can. So you can hear the motor or the mechanism engaging. Here we go. Oh, look at that. And now this is loaded. All right, so we've got no games on here, but I think now it can tell. All right, so let's see what happens if we tell it to close the tray. Put a little assistance. All right, reading. Hear it doing the, wow. Wasn't expecting that, guys. So we've confirmed that it works. It's just a little wonky, which is better than it not working at all. So that's pretty cool. Hey, Snoopy, look at that. Cool. Oops. That was the wrong button to press, but see if new game will actually load.
Where am I?
Well, already this far, seems like the Xbox is fully functional, albeit a little tricky. Gotta mess around with it a little bit, but once you get the disc in there, this thing's 16 years old, can cut it a little slack.
Police are gonna be here soon. Let's make this quick.
How many cutscenes do we have to skip?
Boys, it's been a while. Enough, Carlos. You know Bowman, right? Carlos. Mason. What's up?
Seems like it works. Well, it works. Time to test the next Xbox. Also, it's worth noting before I get to the next Xbox that the controller I bought also works, and it was $10, not $15. Fully functional, every button on it. So that's great. All right, we're gonna start with this bottom one first. It's making some noises. We got purple. It is making some noises. No video, lots of noise. Oh, purple flash again. Purple solid. Sounds like this one might be faulty. Comes with Red Dead Redemption in it, so that's cool. Wondering if it's got some sort of HDMI issue. See if the noises have increased. Still purple. Well, I just go ahead and say this one's got either a faulty HDMI or some sort of other issue. I will go ahead and pull the game out and let's try the next one. All right, on to the next. And this one's got chrome edges on it too, aside from being shiny everywhere else. All right, that's already a better sign. Oh, that was weird. Maybe I spoke too soon. Oh, this one's got a wonky disk drive too. How about that? Baseplate pop off of these? Well, I'll have to see if I can get that open. All right, well, unfortunately, it looks like neither of the Xbox Slims, they don't work. The HDMI port doesn't work on them. They do have the old V out on them, so I might get the RCA cable adapter. I don't think I have one, so I'd have to buy it. I'll see how much one of those is. Oh, this one's trying to work. Man, look at that. Almost. Maybe I should try a different HDMI cable. See if that works. Well, that's hilarious. So apparently my HDMI cable just went bad. been using that one for a while, so not sure when that happened. But this one's working. Let's see what happens. Oh, I gotta sync this controller too. All right. It is definitely making some noises, but it's working. Look at that. And it comes with one of the best Xbox 360 games, so that's pretty cool. I'd say that works. Let's see what's going on this Xbox, see if it's got any games installed, what size hard drive it's got, all that good stuff. Maybe Advanced Warfare might be downloaded on there. Nothing. Well, that's cool. So it's got the 100 gigabyte, I think maybe it's 110 or 120. That's awesome. Well, I'll go ahead and pop that out. That means this console functions flawlessly, other than being a little loud, but maybe after a good cleaning, it won't do that anymore. So let's try this other one again. All right, so let's go ahead and sync that. I don't think this one has a hard drive in it. So I want to say it'll just be, oh, it doesn't even have console storage. Interesting. I don't even know how that works. So I don't think the disk drive works on this, and there's no disk inside of it. So I'll probably just have to look up online real quick and see. Xbox always has some sort of emergency eject button, so let's figure that out. All right, so I got the disk drive open, and now let's go ahead back in. First off, all right, so the disk drive does function. It was just stuck. Might not eject, but we'll find out. Turn the controller back on. It looks like maybe the disk drive doesn't work on this. Doesn't seem to be detecting it. Let's try a different game. All right, so it looks like the disk drive on this one doesn't work, but at least it opens and closes. Might just need a lens or laser cleaning, so that's not the end of the world. But I guess that's it for the Xbox testing. All right, so I already tested it earlier, but I didn't have any games, and I also tested it with my own charger, so confirming that this charger works. Obviously, there's no battery in here or back cover at the moment, and I've got some random games. I'm sure one of them will work. I don't hear it. I hear it now. Should pop up here any second. You can see it loading down there. There's also the possibility that this game disc doesn't work. Seems like this is taking a little while. In the meantime, let's see what firmware it's on. 2.0, that's pretty old. All right, I'm gonna switch the disc for a different one. And here it's spinning, which is a good sign, but doesn't necessarily mean anything. This one's not making any sound. Oh, here we go. Let's see. Well, the fact that it's getting that far, that tells me that the game reader does work. Let's see. Got one more game. Maybe it's old enough I won't have to update it. I don't think that'll be the case, but look at that. It's working. So I'm going to say that it's working for now. Before I update it, I'm going to see custom firmware stuff I could load up on this one. Just got up the value a little bit, but otherwise it's in pretty good condition. Obviously, these things are how old? Let's see if it's got a date on it. I don't see a date anywhere on there, but, oh, 2001. That can't be right. I wasn't 6 when these came out. Maybe I was. Well, anyway, we know it's working, and now I'm just gotta check out the other stuff. All right, so now we're looking at all the iPods. Looks like this one wanted to work there for a second. I also just plugged it in, so that might be why it's going crazy. Anyway, so got this guy turned on. It's making the clicker noises. Ashima would be the name of this iPod. And it's got a bunch of songs on here, so it works somewhat. Now we'll just have to, look at that. We'll have to plug in some headphones, which I'll have to see if I have any wired ones anymore. Might have to just use my gaming headset. But we got that working. This one, I did have it on a minute ago, and then I had it off the charger. This one's got a film on it, like some sort of gold protection film. So it looks like it's in brand new condition, which is pretty awesome. I confirmed, there we go. You can see this one's got some music on it too. I didn't see the name on this one actually. Jockaways, 148 gigabytes free. This one turned on. I think it's got a bad hard drive, unfortunately. I'll show you why I think that. As soon as it turns on, here we go. So we've got that image right there. Typically means the hard drive's bad. We'll play around with that later. This one I got from the storage sale earlier in the day. So this one I paid $10 for, and I haven't plugged it into the charger. It already had some sort of charge on it. There was another iPod in this bundle. that I thought was new or older than this one, but it turned out to be the next model because it had a camera on the back. Anyway, I sold that one for 15 bucks, whatever. I don't even know if it works, honestly. So this one seems to be working. This one keeps turning on and off. It's showing a battery icon. See it. The backlight came on when I first plugged it in, so this one might work once it's charged up, but also the screen has got that damage on there, so who knows. But I'm gonna get some headphones and see what I can get figured out on these. It's crazy in the camera. It looks all messed up, but that's all on the film. This thing, I think they put a protective film on it the day they bought it. This one's a little scuffed up, but that's okay. All right, so here's what we've got. This 160 gigabyte classic that's in pretty good condition, works flawlessly. This 120 gigabyte one that's in okay condition works pretty well. The play button doesn't work. It clicks, but it does not work, which means you can't turn it off. This Nano works flawlessly. That's Steve-O. This one has turned on. It's hard to get that. You can't really see it. If I plug the charger on, the backlight comes on, and you can see the lock logo up there. So it's stuck on lock, regardless of where you put the switch. So this one will take some further diagnostics because I can't test it past that. And then as you guys saw before, this one's got a dead hard drive on it. So it's in decent condition. Looks like they had a sticker on it and couldn't sell it. So this was all in just that bin together. There you go. So 3 out of 5, well, really 6. I still don't know if that one that I sold to the guy earlier today even works. He bought it without turning it on, without plugging a cable into it. And it was actually newer than this one. I didn't realize it had a camera on the back. So shame on me for that. But he got a good deal. And I also sold him one of the iPhone, either a 6S or an 8. I sold them both for 30 bucks. And then he wants to come and get this extra case that I have later for 30 bucks. So selling him just those 2 things out of the bin for 30 bucks, I already got almost half the price. I paid $65 for all the iPhones and those all these iPods, all the iPhones that I showed you earlier, the Androids, and so now we just gotta test all the iPhones. All right, so now we're down to the iPhones. So this one I think is a 13. Front screen is obviously destroyed. I'm gonna try and plug it into the computer and see if it's unlocked. Hopefully it is. And then if it is, I'll look in, see how much replacement screens are, or see if it's even worth repairing at all. Then this one, I think it was a 9. It's got a picture of a guy and his kid or like that. Still shattered screen. It's not horrible, but once again, I'll see how much a replacement will be and if it's unlocked. They both have passwords on them, so I'll have to restore them regardless. This one, which is in perfect condition, I think this one, I don't know what it is. Somewhere between an iPhone 7 and a 10, I'm sure. Perfect condition. Once again, this one's got a password on it too. And then got this one. This one was giving me, I think this is a 6S or 7. It was giving me a battery image saying, oh, charge me. I had it on the charger for a couple hours, and as soon as I took it off, I can't get anything on there. So this one's probably got a bad battery on it at the very least. I don't know if these things are worth any money anymore. I think this one's a 5S. I just put this one on the charger. It looks to be in pretty good condition, so I have a feeling this one's gonna work. Whether or not it's locked, that's another question. Given the fact that all of these other ones had passwords on them, it just might be locked as well. So I also sold, it was the same as this one, just black. I sold that to that guy earlier. So I don't even know if his is gonna work. I'll have to plug this one into the iPod chargers downstairs. I forgot that iPhones used to use those as well. And then as far as all this old tech, this one uses mini USB. It's totally outdated. Same with that, or sorry, micro. Here, this one's USB-C. LG, it's all busted. I think this is a J7. I think I used to have one of these. So I don't even know if they're really worth even trying to get turned on. I think this one seems, this is like a kid's phone. It's got a USB-C, so it's actually pretty recent. I popped this out earlier, but it's got this 32 gigabyte flash drive. Look at that. That's all the info on there. It's 32 gigabytes. So I'd be curious to try and get this guy going. I didn't look to see what kind of charger it uses. Oh, maybe it doesn't use a charger at all. And I think that is to go on a tripod. It's got a HDMI. Let's see if it's a full size. No, it's that mini HDMI. This thing's pretty neat. We'll see. I'll have to look and see when they even made these. I don't know how old it is. See if I can see any information. Sony lens, that's all it's got on there. So let's see. Everything else. Oh, that's right. Gotta find information on this. It's killing me. Look at how small it is. Put it on top of the smallest iPhone. It's insane. So I don't know. I don't even know if I'll list these individually on eBay. I might just do it as a lot, use tech, or drop them off at a recycling place. I'll probably Google each one, see if they have value, but I'm not too hopeful on them. I already got my money's worth with the iPods alone, and anything I can get out of these will just be extra. All right, so I've gone ahead and tested and restored all of the iPhones. These 3 are actually locked, and this is the only one that is unlocked. So I'm trying to get this one unlocked first because it's probably the most valuable one. I'll have to replace the screen, but it seems like they're pretty cheap online, and I've done 1 million screens, so it won't be an issue. So trying to get the iPhone, I believe this one's a 13, done first. This one's an iPhone 11. We got a 13, an 11, a 7, and an iPhone 5. So I don't even know if I'll do the extra steps to get this one unlocked. These 2 for sure, because this one's in perfect condition still. So if I can get this one unlocked, hopefully I can get some money out of this. Even if I had to sell this one as locked, I'm sure I could still get $150 out of it. At least 100. Regardless, I'm in the profit for all of this because I added everything together and averaged it out to about $3.50 per item. Little bonus too, I got this guy working. So this is pretty interesting. We got a 8 megapixel camera. So can't even make out words on the screen, but fun little thing to play around with. Who knows, maybe I'll make some content on this and see